Hey everybody, welcome back to Wildcat MTG. Back again today with my friends Jay and Silent Bob. Today we are going to crack open a set booster box of Innistrad Midnight Hunt. I have not had the greatest of luck with these boxes so far, but I'm hoping to turn that around today. So let's see what we get and let's get to cracking. So Innistrad Midnight Hunt now officially out, and I think it's been enough time where we can start talking about pricing a little bit more. The big hitters in this set are definitely the Meat Hook Massacre and the Renin 6. As we speak, at the time of this recording, I think we're on day 2 of Worlds, so we're seeing the standard meta. For those of you that may actually pay attention and actually care about quote-unquote competitive Magic play, if you will, organized Magic play. It's interesting to see how much of an impact this set has already now had on the meta. See what cards are emerging and see what cards are actually seeing some play, and right out of the gate there. So first pack, we've got our signed signature card, okie dokie. But yeah, overall, I do like this set. I have a feeling that this set isn't going to, there's the commander card, Visions of Ruin, isn't going to get like a lot of love. Just because it feels like super sandwiched in between. We've got the Pit Fighter right out of the gate. There's one of those per box, and we've got a Shady Traveler foil. From the long-term perspective, just because it feels like I mean, we're already, what, a month away from the next set coming out. Crimson Vow will be out, and I think it's coming out in November. And so, I think Innistrad Midnight Hunt, they might play, the sets very well may play off of each other quite nicely. But, it just kind of feels like Innistrad Midnight Hunt's not going to really have, like, its time to shine. Oh, yeah, look at that. Right out of the gate. All right, that's awesome. That's a good way to start off the box. Super happy with that. Meat Hook Massacre. I want to say this card's probably pushing $40 right now at the time of shooting this video. This is seeing play in multiple formats. I love this card, and I could not be happier to pull it. Totally stoked about that. Very nice hit there. And the Brimstone Vandal is the foil. So, yeah, I can put that right up there. Sure, we'll put the commander cards right there. Foils, right on. So, ooh, yeah, that's a great hit. But yeah, I mean, this set, I mean, it came out, Innistrad Midnight Hunt came out in September. Got a foil plains there. We'll take that. And, but, it's like we're already on the doorstep of another set. Unnatural Growth, that's a super nice rare. I do like that one, so we're going to put that one up there. We'll put that as one of the feature rares. I think that card has a lot of playability, a lot of potential there. Howl of the Hunt. Obviously, Renin 7 is seeing a ton of play. Multiple formats. It's all over standard. It pairs really well with the Asika's Chariot from Kaldheim. Make a tree token and then copy the tree token when you swing with the chariot. That's obviously a nice combo. Got the Over Slime here as it's a rare. Crawl from the cellar. But you know what? Let's we can talk about the Massacre, and we can talk about the Renin 7. We know those are the big hitters. I'm kind of curious. I think the Adversary cycle is really good. The Mythic Rare cycle of the Adversaries. Tainted Adversary has really snuck up. I would be remiss if I didn't mention we've got Mask of Gristlebrand. It's a nice little foil. I really like this in like limited, if it's draft or sealed or something along those lines. That card is very hard to deal with. There's not like a ton of artifact removal in the set, so if you're playing in that fashion, it's hard to get off the battlefield. Tainted Adversary has snuck up. We haven't really talked about Arlen. Arlen is, I think, a really strong card. Hopefully, I'd love to pull either one of those as well. We've got a Foil Swamp there. Those lands still continue to look very nice. I really like the White Adversary, the one that basically gives an Anthem to all your creatures. It can give it +1 for each counter on it. Sludge Monster is the rare, and I got another Slogurk, and this one is the Foil Showcase. The art on these look absolutely rad. I really love this art style. I'm super impressed by it. I think they look absolutely fantastic. So we're gonna put Slogurk there. It's another kind of a cool rare there, little showcase there. Now, as far as outside of the Mythic slot, I think that's where this set struggles from a value perspective. Right now, we don't see a lot of value outside of the Mythic slot. You've got a couple of big hitters in Ren 7 and the Meat Hook, right? Graveyard Trespasser, that flips into the Glutton. But outside of those two cards, I mean, then you've got Arlen. That's a pretty strong, oh, put my foils there, wrong pile. Arlen's also a pretty strong rare. Teferi's seen a little bit of play, but I think mostly just experimental at this point. Like, I think people are trying to figure out a way if they can, you know, break Teferi and make him work in a mainstream deck. But I think he's more experimental at this point. I haven't seen him in any top lists. We've got, hey, that's nice out of the showcase slot there. We've got the Viper's Fang. We'll take that. Knocking my piles over. Harvest Tide. Rampage, terms of rampagement. And we've got Cradle Guard. That's out of the list slot there. Okay. What is that? That's an Urza's block. Nice little list card there. It's uncommon. But yeah, you know, I mean, Unnatural Growth, I've seen that a little bit. We were just talking about Teferi. You know, again, I feel like he's been mostly experimental at this point. Got a Foil Mountain. Take that. Kind of neat looking. Arlen's seen a little bit of play, but, you know, those are the big hitters. The big hitters are definitely in the Mythic slot. The land cycle's good. This is a good time to talk about those. Wasn't really sure that we've got the Overgrown Farm. We'll take that, the farmland. Pestilent Wolf. And from the list slot, if you could believe it, we have a Strixhaven card. Okay, that seems a bit soon. I really wish they wouldn't put list cards from a set from, like, that's in the current block. That just seems, I don't know, not that great. All right, last pack of the first third of the box, of the left side, if you will. Let's see here. All right, let's see if we can finish up this third strong. And Sigarda Splendor is rare. Okay. Join the Dance as the foil uncommon. Sure, why not? But the land cycle is pretty good. I do think that I think they're better than the Snarls out of the Strixhaven cycle. But I think the best land cycle, if we're being honest, and I know nobody wants to pay a compliment to the Dungeons and Dragons set, but the Storm Giants, the Hall of the Storm Giants is all over standard right now. Hey, look at that. So we're talking about the adversaries. We'll take that. We've got a Primal Adversary. This is the green one. 3 for a 4/3 Trampler. When he comes in the battlefield, for each 1 green and 1 colorless you play, you can put that many counters on him, and then basically turns a land into a forest for each counter that he comes in the battlefield with. Each forest turns a 3/3 wolf, with haste. It does require a lot of mana, because essentially in order to attack with that wolf, you need to have the 2 plus the open mana that becomes the wolf if you want to actually swing with it in the same turn. But I still really like the card. I basically like all the adversaries. I think they're all good. I think the Bloodthirsty, the red one, and I think it's the Intrepid, or the white one, are the two best in my opinion. But none of them are bad. None of them are just unusable. So land cycle pretty good, better than the Snarls. Old Stick Fingers, old Mr. Stick Fingers here. Creeper. Wasn't calling you guys a creeper. That's the actual name of the card. Wasn't throwing any shade out there. No judgment. So land cycle good. D&D land cycle probably the best, because it has the man lands. I've seen just in the Worlds decks, the Hall of the Storm Giants is all over the place. Tovolar's Huntmaster. That's a nice little rare there. We'll take that. That of course flips into the pack leader. Does super degenerate things if it sticks on the battlefield. I've seen the Cave of the Frost Dragon, I think, is another one. That's the white manland out of AFR. But these lands are seeing plenty of play as well. So Snarl's bad, slow lands good, man lands best. We'll Light Up the Night as our rare there. Unruly Mob as the foil. Middle third of the box, we're a little, well, I mean, we got some ways to go, but only 2 mythics so far. Only 2 mythics. Let's turn up the volume. Let's pump up the volume here, huh? All right, so Sunset. All right, so I didn't really mean mythic commanders, but okay, we'll track it anyway. Sure, why not? We've got Lenore, Autumn Sovereign. It's another mythic. That's a commander slot. Overwhelmed Archivist, Briarbridge Tracker. It's a cool little rare there. Speaking of cards that are all over standard, this is a focal point of the decks out there. Of a lot of decks out there. This is Galvanic Iteration. Speaking of degenerate things, you can do some really degenerate things with that card. Copying Alrund's Epiphanies, I saw people copying Duress to pilfer people's hands, copying Demon Bolts to double spell and double kill creatures. That flashback aspect of it really makes a desirable card because you get 2-for-1 use out of it. We've got Ghoul Colors Harvest as the rare, Siege Zombie. And this is me before I've had my coffee in the morning. I'm pretty much a zombie in the morning before my coffee. So that's I'm not a pleasant person in the morning before I've had my coffee. Yeah, so Galvanic Iteration. That's a foil rare. I don't know why I put it in that pile. Wait for it. Let's go here. We'll put it with Slogurk. All right, there we go. All right, some more spice here, please. Bring on the spice. We've got Gisa, Glorious Resurrector is the rare. Another Electric Revelation. It's a foil. Another card off the list. This is a rare list card. This is Crested Sunmare. 5 for a 5/5. Other horses you have in control have indestructible. And at the beginning of each end step, if you gained life this turn, create a 5/5 horse. I actually don't know if this has any value, but I don't keep up as much on the list, but I like the card. I think that's pretty cool. A lot of horse tribe out there, right? A lot of horse tribe. All right. So we've got Tavern Ruffian. Another Viper's Fang is a rare here. Okay. Storm Rider's Spirit. This middle third of the box has not been kind to us, to put it lightly. We need another hit here. I'll take some lands. I will obviously take a Ren and 7. I will take some more of the Adversary Cycle. I will take an Arlen. A lot of possibilities here, box. Covers Castaway. We've got Siphon Insight. I've seen this card running around standard as well. Hey, all right. So I talked about taking another land, and I'm not upset. So I'll take a Rockfall Veil foil. Looks pretty good in the foil. Not too bad. And then we've got a Shambling Shell as another card off the list, a common off the list. So this slot's been weird. All right, moving right along. Last pack of the middle section of the box here. We go into Village Watch, into Bird Admirer. Yeah, this is my least favorite mythic here. This is Hostile. It flips into the Creeping Inn. This card is really not that usable right now. Not what I want to see. All right. When I meant mythics, that's not the one I meant. I didn't mean Commander mythics. I didn't mean Hostile. I meant good stuff. All right. Here we go. Last third of the box here. Right side of the box. We've got a Geistflame Reservoir. Harvest Tide Infiltrator foil, and another card off the list. This is Pursuit of Knowledge. Skip drawing a card, put a study counter on Pursuit of Knowledge, remove 3 study counters and sacrifice, draw 7 cards. Interesting. Okay. All right. I don't know if that's an uncommon. Some of the older cards that don't have those, I'm not as familiar with rarity-wise. It's funny, as if it were from like Mirage Block or something like that, I'd be all over it, but... All right. It's a nice little rare. I like this card. This is Champion of the Parish. We've got our knockoff, our mirror, I guess, of the Champion of the Parish. Shadow Beast Sighting foil. I do like that card, the Champion of the Parish. It's pretty awesome. The Zombie Tribe, always popular. Bloodthirsty Adversary, we'll take that as a regular card. All right, Tireless Hauler, Shady Traveler, Grafted Identity is the rare, and Sunset Revelry as a foil uncommon. Where is the spice? Where? We started off so strong with the meat hook. Giant lull in the middle of the box. Time to finish up strong. All right. Hey, all right. Teferi, who slows the sunset. I dig this card. I will take it. I actually think I have a playset of these now, and I'm not even a little sad about that. I've opened up, I think, 3 or 4 boxes, and I've pulled 3 of the regulars, or 1 of the borderless, and I'm not unhappy about that. I'm not unhappy. Okay. All right, so we've got Admirer, Devoted Graphkeeper, Reckless Storm Seeker, who flips into the Storm Charge Slasher. And we've got an Overwhelmed Archivist, who flips into the Archive Haunt. And off the list, we've got Karu. Actually, do think that was a Mirage card originally. Might have one more list pull waiting for us. Might be a good one, so that'd be nice. All right. Got a commander rare. We've got Curse of Obsession here. Sure. We've got Village Watch, Mysterious Tome. Got another of the lands, Rock Fall Veil yet again, and Outland Liberator as the foil uncommon. All right, we've got 3 packs plus 1 in hand, so we got 4 packs to go. Strong finish. Here we come. I saw something spicy in the back, so let's not ruin it here. We've got Naturalist, Sprout, Infiltrator, Triskaidekaphile, I think. I don't know, probably butchered that. Howl of the Haunt. No, just kidding. Fooled myself. I thought it was one of the borderless cards. Nope. Technically, if I had a pen, I could have that card be anything I wanted it to be because I would just write it in. Got another signature card. This looks pretty cool. The art on these looks really good. I wish, and a foil island. Okay. All right. Candlegrove Witch, Angler, Voldaren Scion, and Ritual of Hope. Another card off the list. This is Memnite. All right. 2 packs left. Can we get one more mythic? Can we get a borderless card? I don't think, every single box I've opened on camera, I don't think I've pulled a borderless card yet. That's incredible. These are supposed to average, I think, roughly 1 per box. So. All right, Candlegrove Witch. Slaughter Specialist as the rare. Lambholt Harrier as the foil. Man, last pack. Are we really going to go another box without a borderless card? This is sick. Not in a good way. Holy moly. All right. Foil Forest. Looking good. All right. We've got Visions of Dread. Commander Rare. Tavern Ruffian. Malevolent Hermit. I like that card. Tavern Ruffian again. Wow. Okay, well, box started off uber strong with the Meat Hook Massacre. I mean, I'm not going to complain about that. Got a Teferi out of it. But boy, did we whiff on that basically last half of the box. Yeah, okay. Again, I like the set. I kind of feel like in the scope of things, this set is going to get lost in the mix a little bit because it's so close to the release of another set. And before you know it, Crimson Vow is out, and then we're on to Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. So I'm not really sure how the outlook for Midnight Hunt looks long term, but the set seems decent. This box is 7 overall. We got a Teferi and a Meat Hook. I mean, maybe I'm even punishing it a little too much, but I didn't feel like we got a lot of the playable rares. 3 of the lands, 1 being a foil. Anyways, that's it for today. Appreciate you guys all stopping by, and thank you so much for your time. Please remember to like, subscribe, comment, all the good stuff, and have a great day, everyone.